Hi guys, hello everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome to Talkinsen. It's me Ogechi, welcome. So for this video, I'll be showing you how I do my makeup and I hope that you like it. If you want to continue seeing how I got this look, see me flirting. If you want to see how I got this look, please continue watching. So when I want to do my makeup first, I often like to put my lip balm on. To me, this helps to keep my lips moisturized. And I also put this lip gloss from Moduco. You can look at the review of Moduco in my videos. I'll put the link below as well in the description box. And this one actually keeps your lips moisturized all day long. I like doing this before applying other things because sometimes I forget to do anything to my lips because I'm running late and don't have time to do lips. So the fact that I've done this means that even if I finish my makeup and forget about the lips, I don't have time to do the lips, I still look all made up. So, and then after that, I go on applying my eye. This is actually a cream eyeliner that I simply don't use that often as I don't do a lot of eyeliners. So I just use it for my eyebrow. So I go on to do my eyebrow to the shape that it wants to be that day because every day is different for my eyebrow. I don't know about you guys, it's a struggle. So I go on to do my eyebrow, and you can see one looks like crazy, the other one looks alright. So that's different eyebrows. So I go on blending the thing that I have done. Um, yeah, and then after that blending, I go on to clean up the brow with this concealer by LA Girl concealer that most people use here on YouTube, and I find them quite good and they stay where you put them. That's what I love about that. Yeah, concealer. The color I'm using right here is called Color Frown. I think it's called Frown. So that's the color I'm using right now. So go on to define the bottom brow, and then after that I'll also do the top brow definition. I find that when you actually clean up your eyebrow this way with this type of concealers, it defines your eyebrow much better. So that's how I do that. So after defining the eyebrow or clean up the eyebrow, I then go on with this cream highlighter by Barium to actually highlight my brow bone, as I have found that it really helps. It really does help in terms of making sure that your brow bone pops and you look made up without kind of shining in everyone's eyes. So after that, I go on to do my eyeshadows. This is an eyelid primer or eye something primer. Listen, I'm not a makeup artist. If you want to know all the good terms, go to makeup artist and learn about them. So I go on. I'm using Becca here. This is Becca eyeshadow primer, and blend it out with my finger just to make sure they are all incorporated. And I also go back with that barium to actually add an extra sheen slash highlight to it, before applying any of my shadows. See, my makeup thing changes every now and then. Sometimes I don't do all this routine, other times I do, other times I take a different routine, but this routine I find works so well. I'm not lying, like it really works for me. And then after doing that, I go in with my transition color. This is an amateur teaching a novice how to do makeup. So I do my makeup according to how I do my makeup. As long as I look good, the rest is history. So, oh gosh. So I then go on to do my transition color. I don't even know what this color is, so don't ask me. Today I'm wearing orange, as you can see, and black skirt. So the theme of the makeup is simply what I'm wearing. And that's how I do most of my makeup. Worst comes to worst, there is one kind of makeup that after doing every makeup that I always come back to is this purplish thing. And I wonder if all my eyeshadows actually have purplish undertone or especially after blending them out. So I just go to my go-to if I don't know what to do with my eyebrow or with my eyeshadows and stuff like that. So after applying the transition color, I go in with the color that I'm wearing. And at this moment, you can tell is the orange that I'm putting there in the as the inner corner or I don't know. Just I'm putting it where you see me putting it. So so I go with the orange and then blend it out. I'm using a blending brush to apply this. I actually like using blending brush to apply my shadows because as you're applying it, you're blending it out and it's blending out smoothly than just applying with flat brush and then blend again. I don't mind it that way, but I find that using a blending brush just does the job easier and quicker. And yep, see, we go in with our black slash dark gray because I don't think I had a black one with me there. So this is a simple dark gray that can be translated to black to the outer of my color, outer of my eye. Um, as it's not good to apply dark shadows in the inner corner because it makes your eyes close up more. See, with my own eyes, this is a struggle with people that have folded eye. I have folded eye. So most of the time when I apply makeup, people don't even see it because my eyes have folded it up. If you have that problem, please let me know so that I'm not the only one that is how is created in this way. I mean, I've seen other people that have similar eye to me. My friend says that I have Chinese eye. Literally, when I close my eye, you only see like a little bit of the black and a little bit of the orange. That's literally it just folds back up and so it's kind of prone to creasing. Using that Becca as a primer has absolutely helped in terms of reducing crease, and then using the highlighter as well makes everything pop more. So after applying that, I go on with my eyeliner. I don't know which one I'm using, but I think it's more rough, Remo, as I use most some of their products. So I think it will definitely be a Remo one. And then I do my inner one. This is by Kohol, um, inner eyeline. I think that's what it is. So I do my inner one. I kind of prefer doing all my eye at this moment. This is actually mascara by W7, I think. Yeah, so just apply my mascara. I like doing everything to do my eyes first because my foundation is quicker and easier to do. I can finish foundation in like 5 minutes, but the rest come eye takes about 20 minutes. So my foundation routine is actually what I want you to take from this video. I like putting my light foundation first. And my light foundation is actually a MAC Studio Fluid Fix NC45, and I like putting that where the areas that I want highlighted. You know, like how many how people put like the dark foundation first and then they put the light foundation. I've come to realize that when I do that, it actually doesn't make a difference in most of the time when I actually highlight. So this method has worked for me. I would really advise you follow this method in terms of the foundation. You can do anything with your eyes, but applying your foundation this way will ensure that you have a natural highlighter without blinding the world with highlighter. You don't even have to put on highlighter anymore when you follow this method. So I put my light foundation in the areas that I want highlighted on my face, and I put nothing else that is dark in it on it. You will see as we go on. So every place that you want highlighted on your face, put your light foundation there. And Beauty Blender is the savior of makeup, as it really helps apply your makeup so soft and effortlessly that you look like you have like airbrush look. So using a beauty blender really does help. Forget See all the funny faces that you make when you do makeup. Ooh. So after doing that, I go in with my concealer, and this concealer is again NC45 concealer. And I like keeping with the same color as of right now, because when I find I use a lighter foundation concealer, especially when I have this light foundation already there, it just doesn't help, and it makes it so light that is you can totally tell the difference screaming on your face, that when you go outside it doesn't really look that good. But when I do this, I find that it naturally blends in with my skin tone and gives a natural glow that using two shades lighter doesn't really do well at. So blend out your concealer. Everything about makeup I've come to discover is about blending it out, blending it out. If you don't blend that properly, your makeup doesn't look nice. Seriously, makeup to me is like art. You just throw anything into it and just hope it comes out the best by shading through or blending out in regards to makeup. So just blend out, blend out, blend out, blend out, blend out, blend out. And then at this point, I'm using the darker foundation, which is Studio Fluid NC50. Yeah, that one is about to finish, so I'll just take that from Easton and use the pump like that. So if you are one of these people who, like me, have a very textured skin, that means you have pores and pimples screaming at your life. Well, from these videos, it doesn't even look like I have a lot, but I do have lots of black spots. If you are one of these people that have these, please buy one of these brushes that I'm using right now. It's from Real Technique. I don't know what it's called, but I like that brush because it gets into your pores in terms of covering up. It gives you a better coverage than any other ones I've used, so I keep going back on it whenever, and it saves whenever I can. And it also saves you foundation. You can see that little thing that I used. See how much it covered my face and covered every other area. So it's a good way to save foundation by using a brush. Yeah, just blend out whatever you feel like needs to be blended out so that your eyes look poppin', as beautician queen chick would say, it's poppin'. So at this point, I'm going to use a light powder to put the area that I put the light foundation to. This is the key. If you keep light and keep dark, that's the only thing I can say. If you applied light foundation, use light powder. This is a loose translucent powder by MUA that I'm using. So keep it light in the areas I applied your light foundation. So I'm using here is MAC press powder NC50. So I think you get the gist. Use the same powder that you use for the foundation to highlight or set your foundation. So keep the dark powder in the area, well, keep the darker powder in the area that you use darker foundation for, and keep the use the light powder in the area that you use the light foundation. It keeps everything in check. If you notice, I don't even have to do anything extra to the face. In all honesty, is highlighted on its own naturally in the areas that I want it to highlight. And one thing with highlighting is that it has to like highlight according to your face structure or according to the face structure that you want to achieve. Pretty much this makeup, in all honesty, if I can go out like this, I'm good because to me it's done. But we are not finished because we're going to have to do bronzing and all that goes on. But in this part, because I've done this sort of makeup routine where everything is kept in their area, I actually don't bronze out a lot. So I, I just apply the bronzer lightly. Okay. I should have taken more on that side actually, but hey. So I just apply it lightly in the area I want concealed. So the idea is to conceal using dark foundation and keep them in the area that you want concealed, and the light foundation in the areas you want shown. Simple, as the meerkats would say. Simple. So yeah, just bronze out like usual, like the way you would do usually, just bronze out. And then after that, I do my blushing. This is me. This is me feeling myself. So sometimes I don't know about you, when I finish applying powder, I find that my lashes can become dusty again. So I just sometimes go back up with the mascara just to make sure everything looks fine. As I do not put on lashes, I just try and make sure that my eyelash is done well. And then I do the bottom lash. I don't do this bottom lash often. I'm just doing it for this video. Ah. And then I go on to highlight lightly using Max Factor here. So I just highlight lightly. You can hardly even see because I've already highlighted with the foundation and the concealer that I use. So in honesty, this point it makes no difference. And then I just do my blushing. I personally apply these things lightly because sometimes I don't like it when it's screaming in your face. Someone has put on some sort of blushing or highlighted to the guts. Sometimes I think at times it's fine. So I'm just finishing up my makeup look by applying my lip gloss or lip um, shade in pink, and that's by Remo as well, I believe at least. And then after that, I just use an eye pencil, a dark eye pencil, and use it to do my lips by just applying it as a lip liner. And then it shapes my face, and in all honesty, voila, I am done. Ogechi is done. She done. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you learned a makeup trick that you never knew before, again share with someone else who you may help. Oh yeah, rate my makeup. Oh. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm glad that you joined me. Join me next time as I may be doing something else. Bye.